Out there, YouTube land, Jim Burbine with another report with must-know info number 5. Let's get right down to the nitty-gritty here. Some info you might like. Alright, some of you might know this, some of you might not know, but everybody should know this stuff if you live in the United States of America today. The Justice Department reported that from 1993 to 2011, the number of gun-related homicides and murders fell by 39%. That's almost 40% of murders and homicides in this country. Now, maybe you didn't know that, because the media and Obama and everybody else is trying to scare you into thinking that gun murders have gone haywire, and it's all we see because that's all the media wants to show you is the bad side of the guns and the murders that do happen. But statistics show that 40% of murders is fallen by 40%, and injuries by guns have fallen by 69 to 70%. Imagine that, 70% decline in gun violence. The Pew Research Center found that only 12% of Americans know that gun-related crimes have declined. Only 12% of us know that gun violence has gone down, while 56% believe they have increased. 56% of the Americans think that gun violence has increased, what is not even true. Various independent newspapers reported that, according to eyewitness accounts, police officer Richard Donahue was not shot by one of the alleged Boston bombers, but he was hit by friendly fire. This did come out later in the mainstream news, but they didn't report that very much, did they? They did report it here and there. Can you imagine that? That cop, Richard Donahue, was shot by one of his own policemen, not by the alleged Boston bomber. Eyewitnesses further claimed that one of the brothers was not run over by his brother. They reported that one of the brothers was run over by the other brother. The Boston bombers there. But he was run over by a police car. So a police ran over the brother. Another police shot the other police. It was all the police. It was nothing to do with these alleged Boston bombers. The Boston Globe reported that just prior to the explosions, officials announced there will be a controlled explosion opposite the library within 1 minute as part of a bomb drill. They had a bomb drill going on. It was a controlled explosion. No direct evidence of the brothers having placed the bombs has surfaced. No real hardcore evidence has ever surfaced that those brothers placed the bombs. Oh man, it's unbelievable what the media feeds you. You can't believe anything anymore that you hear about anything. People gotta wake up, see what's going on. Here's something, let's switch over to the Federal Reserve again now. The United States was on a road of unprecedented prosperity in 1911 and 1912. All those years leading up, when Andrew Jackson got rid of the centralized bank in the 1800s, things were going great. The United States was a rich, healthy, prosperous nation until 1913, my friends. Now, what happened in 1913, you'd like to know? The country was sold out to the Federal Reserve, the Fed, F-E-D, the Fed. by the Congress. The Congress passed an unconstitutional law giving the banks power over our money system, which the Congress itself is supposed to coin, not some private bank. And therefore all our transactions and the borrowing and all this interest that results from it has to be paid back to a bank. Since that year, 1913, our previously usually free money has been issued by the Fed as an interest-bearing debt. We had no debt really before 1913 because we didn't own any private bank any money. Just like if you don't have a credit card, you don't own any credit card company's money because you don't have a credit card. Does it make sense? 2 and 2 is 4, I think. If 2 and 2 is 5, okay, maybe you make sense. But 2 and 2 is 4. Alright? Let's find out what the real problem is. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's get down to where the rubber meets that road. I'm not, I might sound funny the way I talk, but I'm serious. Listen to this one. Since then, our previously usury-free money has been issued by the Fed as an interest-bearing debt, which started our current phenomenal national debt of some $15 trillion and rising. $15 trillion. And getting worse day by day, minute by minute, actually. Second by second. Thank you, Federal Reserve. To add insult to injury, the dollar has been used to finance the United States dollar, if you want to call it a dollar. It's a Federal Reserve note, that's what it is. It's not a United States dollar like Kennedy tried to bring back in the 1960s before they assassinated him. And the bullet went right up here into his head on the right side. Do the research on YouTube about where the bullet really hit. Didn't come from the back, came from the front. Alright? It's unbelievable. Everything you hear is the opposite of what really happened. Just do a little research on your own. YouTube documentaries are a good place to start. Just type in the truth about the Kennedy assassination or the George Bush connection to JFK assassination. Type that in. You're going to be astounded at some information you might find out that you never knew before. It could change your life. This is a revolution that we have to start from the grassroots, for the people have to do this. Only the people can change our country. Same old story. It's the people that started our country, and it's the people that can get our country back. Listen to this. The dollar has been used to finance wars, support oppressive foreign regimes, and domestic corruption, destroy the environment, and finance countless other un-American activities. Additionally, the dollar, in violation to the Constitution, has been stripped of its precious metal backing and is now considered to be a paper gold or funny money. Federal Reserve notes aren't really dollar bills, my friends, but government obligations, IOUs. What once, remember I'm reading a lot of this info. I'm not afraid to tell you, I'm reading info from a legitimate Truth magazine here, alright? Which is backed up by documentation. Go to Infowars.com to get a lot of this information too. And just type in, search engine, Federal Reserve. Or just type it on YouTube. Monopoly Men, or the Federal Reserve. Find out the real story, what happened in 1913. Or type in the creature from Jekyll Island. Information from the book. And find out what happened on that island. And Woodrow Wilson actually apologized for allowing it to go on. He said he was the most unhappy man. There was a president of the United States. He knew that he helped ruin our country back 100 years ago this year. This is the 100th year anniversary of the Federal Reserve. And now look where that dollar has become. Practically worthless compared to what it was before 1913. The dollar has been stripped of precious metal backing, gold and silver, and is now considered to be paper gold or funny money. Federal Reserve notes aren't really dollars, but government obligations. What once was the king on the currency market has become the peon among the major currencies. Our tragic monetary history is reflected in a steadily declining standard of living of the middle class. In order to put the brakes on this vicious cycle, some courageous folks around the country are short-circuiting our exploitive monetary system by scuttling this funny money. They are printing and using their own legal tender local money. Virtually all local business accept this local currency. Some don't even accept funny money anymore. The results haven't been short of a miracle. The local economy is prospering and the standard of living has risen. For example, the traditionally low-paid farm workers are now among the better-paid workers in the country. The board which oversees this program is able to give interest-free loans to local causes and businesses independent of the Federal Reserve controlling bank system, and the Federal Reserve hates this, and the White House hates this. Using private local money is legal as long as it does not cross state lines. Because of the success of this, these local currencies are now being used in some 30 cities and states in the U.S. Our report includes information on how to obtain a starter kit if you are interested in introducing usury free money in your area. Imagine that people states and cities are actually using their own money. They're not even using the Federal Reserve. It's going on in our country now. I bet you even know that. Not even using the regular money. And it's working. Alright, now type in I don't know. This is kind of new to me too, my friend. It's called No Funny Money, and I'm going to have to get the book about this one. Alright? No funny money, which is our regular money that we're using. The cities are starting to do it, and it's all legal. That's unbelievable what's going on. The revolution has started. I was going to read you stuff about smart meters too, but we're running out of time. So I'm just going to say see you next time. And there's something else I want to read to you here about GMOs. Let's try to get this done fast because I'm going to have to go to the next edition of Must Know Info. I don't know where it went. Well, we'll just see in the next edition of Must Know Info. I'm going to get into GMOs a little bit. I don't know what I did with it. It's supposed to be right there. It's all about the GMOs and about how they're getting away with poisoning our food again. And anyway, I'll see you next time because I don't want to spend the whole time looking for the article. I'll have to look it up next time. I don't know what happened. It was right here. Anyway, I'll have to talk about it next time. Anyway, this is Jim Burbine signing out. Next time we're talking more about GMOs and genetically modified organisms that they're putting in the food. Alright, we're going to get into more GMOs next time. But right now, this is Must Know Info signing off. So I'll see you in the next edition. It'll be called Must Know Info number 6. Alright, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.